If you just started painting, you probably could do some advice about what materials to buy. So I'm going to briefly go through what brushes to get, what paints to buy, what paper to use. So if I do the brushes first, this is kind of the minimum you need really. Flat brushes for nice big washes. You can get something like a 1/2 inch, which is sorry that one, and a 1 inch. You can get bigger than that. I wouldn't get too much bigger than that because you'll frighten yourself to death. Round brush, 12, size 8, size 4 and a size 2 will do you. Something like that's going to cost you about £7 or £8. Don't buy them from a discount store for 50p because they're not going to do the job that you want them to do. This is a really useful brush, which is just broken. This is a really useful brush. It's my rigger brush. As you can see, it's got quite long brushes there, and that's quite a useful little thing. I'll show you in later videos how to use that. Not essential, but if you see one, then it's worth buying. This plastic pipette, you can get them off the internet for about 50p or something. I buy bundles of them, and they're really useful because it means you're not dipping your dirty brush into the water and contaminating the water all the time. So I always have one of those in my kit. A HeART brush is actually pronounced hoke. It's a Chinese thing. They're really, really good for just dampening your paper because they put the water on it and kind of scoop it off them. Again, not essential, but it's worth getting one. That one's 30 years old and it's still going strong. Right, on to paper. You can spend a lot of money on paper, but I can advise you to get something like Bockingford, and I've written it there for you. Look, £140, 300 GSM. Don't worry about what those numbers mean. You can either buy it in that sort of form there, spiral bound. I just get sheets like that. There is no point buying handmade paper, really top quality paper, because you'll then be paranoid about using it. I think it's better to get something like that. It's a good quality paper, does the job absolutely fine. Right, paper done, brushes done, get those out of the way. Quickly run through minimum palette that you'll need. Cadmium red, nice warm red. You want a warm red and you want a cold red. Cool red, this one's on its way to orange, this one's cool, it's on its way to blue. Nice warm yellow, cadmium yellow, on its way to orange, and a lemon yellow, which is there, and that one is a cool yellow, it's on its way to green. Ultramarine blue, you'll probably use buckets of that, and that is a nice warm blue, slightly purpley, and cerulean, which is a green blue, a cool blue. Cobalt's useful to have, it's something in the middle. So those are your primary colours. And in each primer you need a warm and a cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. You then need some of your earthy colours. Burnt sienna, absolutely essential. Burnt umber, not so essential, but it's a nice colour. Yellow ochre, that's a really good colour to have. It's worth getting raw sienna. I don't use so much, so I just buy a small tube. It's a very transparent colour, fantastic for skies. And you're supposed to mix all your greens, all the books tell you, but I'm going to let you into a little secret. This is a fantastic colour, and it's called, and I've written it there for you, it's called Perulian Green, and it's a Winsor & Newton colour. You can only get it as an artist colour, but it's a gorgeous green. You can either buy them in tubes like that. I tend to use tubes because I'm studio bound, so tubes are useful for me. But you can obviously buy them in what are called half pans, and you can buy what are called pans. These are very portable. They do the same job. They're really, really good. As regards quality, all the books tell you to buy artist quality. It's rubbish because Winsor & Newton do a really good student range called Cotman, excellent paints, and De La Rowney do one called Aquafine. Again, it's worth getting student quality because you're not going to be then too worried about using lots and lots of paint. And finally, before I go, palettes. Get a ceramic one. If you haven't got a ceramic one and you've got one of those plastic ones, they fight with the paint. However, there is a solution. Get out some wire wool and give your plastic palettes a really, really good scrub. I know you don't want to do that because they're nice and new and you don't want to mess them up, but believe me, you need to score that surface. That's all the materials you will need. Thank you very much. Bye bye.